Okay, hello, we are back. This is the Donna Show. If you were just tuning in, shame on you. You should have tuned in 10 minutes ago, but I'll forgive you. From now on, it's 4 o'clock, people. All right, also today, we are having our restaurant showcase. And again, as a friendly reminder, every now and then, I like to just pop out a few of the restaurants that have stood out to me that I've been impressed by for whatever reason. Sometimes it's a hole-in-the-wall little joint dive, and sometimes it's a 5-star restaurant, and it can be anything and everything in between. It's just something that I think is fantastic that you should go and check out because it's worthy for you guys to go check out. What was really funny, let me give you my quick little backstory, is I have a friend of mine, Denise Lane, if you're listening. Hi, Denise. And we go way back. And anyway, she called me up out of nowhere and goes, Donna, I've just found this restaurant and you have to come to it, and it's kind of far away, and I know you don't like doing that, but it's worth the drive and you have to come. And I put her off and I put her off and I put her off, and because you guys, listeners, I mean, I get this all the time. I mean, really, every human being on earth wants to tell me where to go, and you know, I get it at least 1,000 times a day. So, you know, she's over here chirping in my ear. And so finally, she just put her foot down and said, you don't have a choice, you're coming. So I drove out there, and we had a little inside joke. I said that it felt like I was driving to Narnia because it was not inside the perimeter, and there's all these little back roads. And but sure enough, she was absolutely right. I got there, and I have been raving about it ever since. You guys have heard me talk about it. It's Venti. And here to talk about Venti with me, and by the way, they have another restaurant, in case you're familiar with it. It's called Zola, which is up by Windward. Adriano and Elizabeth, how are you guys doing today?
How are you?
Hello. So, Elizabeth, you're on the radio.
Hello.
You've been gearing up for this for a little while here.
I have. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you guys for coming. And you know what, Adriano, you're the one that started this whole restaurant thing, and you're very Italian, obviously. You guys will see because the pictures and videos, again, can be seen at www.thedonnashow.com. Zola came first, and it is an Italian bistro. So can you just kind of tell me how long it's been around and tell people what Zola is first before I start throwing the questions at you?
Well, we've been there for about 8 years, and we're located just north of Woodward Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
We have pizza, pasta, steaks, fresh seafood, a lot of organic veggies.
Oh, really? That's good to know. Now, it says, I have to say this, it says on your website that you're putting an American spin onto Italian classics.
Well, we do a lot of steaks.
What does that mean, really?
We do like crab cakes, all nice seafood, stuff that we normally you wouldn't get at an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
Step it up a little bit.
So you have some American options
Exactly.
thrown into your Italian
Exactly.
cuisine. I like that. Now, first of all, you got to speak a little bit closer to the language. And so you're the creator of Zola and Venti, and Elizabeth, you're the manager of Venti.
That's correct.
But you're not with Zola.
No, I'm not, actually.
Okay. Well, now, tell me who gets to choose the menus here, because here's where I want to tell everybody out there. This is what's weird to me. And I'm sorry it's weird, so you have to explain it. Zola is an Italian restaurant. Adriano, you wanted to make another Italian restaurant, but instead of branching out with Zola and having another location, you decided to make a whole other Italian restaurant with a whole other name and everything. So you've got 2 Italian babies. What makes them different?
Well, I mean, the staff is different. Like at Zola, we have the staff from the beginning. I mean, everybody that's worked there, like 70% of them are still there. So we have different, I don't want anybody to compare Zola to the other Zola,
Which I think is a great idea.
Like you wanted to keep its own identity?
Exactly.
Well, then how do you work that, though, with the menu? Having 2 completely different Italian restaurants, how do you pick what goes on which menu? Are they the same?
No, some items are, but, we like to mix it up.
Like what?
Like we have at the other restaurant, we have lasagna. At Zola we don't. We do more steaks, more seafood. And then the other place is more oriented. Like we have lasagna, pizza, pasta. Most of the items are the same, but the identity is different. The look is different.
Okay. Now, who gets to pick what goes on the menu?
I usually.
That's all you?
That's going to be Adriana.
Well, then what's your food background?
I worked at different restaurants in New York growing up, and then we moved down here in '93.
New Yorker.
Exactly.
What part of Italy? What part of Italy? Italy. Being Italian, Italy is your family.
My mom's from Bari, my dad's from Rome.
Okay.
I grew up Italian.
Because, in different parts of Italy, you have different types of, Italian cuisine. They all have their own very specific characteristics. So what characteristics do you bring into yours?
Well, we do I like a lot of seafood and fresh pastas. That's what we like to do. Like a little red sauce, light, simple stuff. Yeah, I don't like the heavy sauces.
Right. Oh, see, I do.
Simple.
Get as much of the cream and butter as possible, baby.
All right.
Well, then tell us about Venti, because Venti is really kind of why we're here. This one that I got to go to and enjoy, and your mussels. So now you're really technically not that far. I'm really kidding, you guys. I mean, it's not that far, but it is, off the beaten path.
Definitely off the beaten path.
Where is it located, so they all know? And then number two, being the manager and you're there all the time, what do you feel about the location? Does it help you?
I love it.
Really?
I love it.
Okay, where's it located?
We're located off of Highway 20, in between Canton and Cumming.
Okay.
It's actually considered Cumming Highway at that point. But it's off of Highway 20.
Highway?
I know. I know.
Calm down. You're all nervous.
Narnia. Remember? Narnia.
But it's not too far from Alpharetta. It's not far at all from Canton. Very close to Cumming.
You're kind of like right there in the mesh of all that North Atlanta.
That's exactly right.
But because you're not on a main road, it's a restaurant that's not on a main road. You really kind of have to know your way around and find it, or GPS it, like somebody I know. I don't do the GPS thing yet. But again, now you say you love the fact that you're not out there in the big open.
Well, you have no
Why?
idea how many wonderful subdivisions, how many wonderful areas are out there that we cater to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people that are so thankful that we're out there off the beaten path.
You probably have some very loyal.
We definitely do.
That come back.
Quite a few customers that say, "Oh, honey, you're right down the road," when we're actually we're 22 minutes from where they live.
You told me about that.
Yeah,
they travel 22 minutes just to come in.
Oh, and that's right down the road.
Wow. It is really pretty and very scenic. I will say that. There's a lot of cows.
But we consider ourselves
Chicken farms.
we consider ourselves to be a little oasis of wonderfulness out there in Fallon.
I like an oasis of wonderfulness.
Yes.
That's good. I like that. Somebody, when I was leaving your restaurant, I said, man, how in the world do I get back home? And you had somebody there, she goes, oh, well, you just go over to the first cow, take a left, go to the second chicken, take a right, and then go to the fourth cow, take another left.
She was right. Write that down.
Now, Elizabeth, when I was there and you sat with me and I was eating a meal there, you said something to me that I have not forgotten, and it's stuck in it. What is wrong with me today? I just said stuck in. I'm in journalism. That's not okay. When I was stuck out there, you said that the best way to describe Venti, and it made so much sense when you guys go and you see it and you eat the food, that it was a city restaurant, a midtown city hip restaurant stuck in the middle of way out suburbia. I can't remember what it is that she said or you said.
It was something just like that.
But it was really neat, and it registered because Venti is so cool and so hip, yet so laid back and comfortable at the same time.
I may have said it's an ITP restaurant. OTP.
Right. Well, now tell us about, before we got to go to a commercial break, let's talk about the food, because I'm sure we've got a lot of people interested here. So from your menu at Venti, and then we'll go back over to Zola, what are some of your favorites? I know what some of mine were. Obviously the mussels.
It's hard to pinpoint. Yeah. The pasta is absolutely incredible. Adriano has done the most phenomenal job. Adriano created all of these recipes. All of the food is his, and so everything that he did at Zola, he brought most of that over to Venti.
So there are items that are the same on both menus?
Some of them are. Yeah.
Okay, so you have some of the same items for both restaurants, but then some is different.
Like the seafood is different, we have snapper, then we have grouper at Zola.
Okay. How do you choose what goes to which restaurant? I mean, how do you know? Are you trying to keep one a certain theme and the other one a certain feel? What's your mindset on this? Because I can't wrap my mind around it.
Well, you got all these purveyors calling you, so you have you can pick whatever you like. So,
okay, well, so I'm so sorry I interrupted
not
you.
at all.
I do that. So what was some of your favorites you said?
I love, our pizza is phenomenal to start off with.
I did not get to have your pizza.
Well, you will.
Which is crazy because I'm a pizza girl.
Yeah,
That's
that is
insane.
the best. It's thick, crispy, it's awesome.
It's phenomenal. And I love our rigatoni.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to be honest. If I could tomato cream sauce.
Okay.
That is phenomenal. And
Get it out.
I love it. I love that sauce.
Your sauces, now you said, Adriana, that your sauces are very light, but see, the sauce that I had, no, it's fine. The sauces that I had were so flavorful, and light, which is crazy because I like the very heavy cream sauces, but it was light, but it was so flavorful. I wanted to soup it out.
Oh, you also have to share
the
it.
best part, yeah.
I wanted to soup it out.
Soup it out. Or bathed in that sauce.
I know, it was good. All right, okay, now that I'm getting hungry, we got actually a lot more questions that I want to get to that are very specific. So we got to cut to a quick commercial break, and we have a giveaway. Right now, we have a giveaway. Well, not right now. Don't panic, everybody. We have a giveaway to Venti. Wait, is it for Zola or for Venti?
We have there's one that's for Zola and the other one's for Venti.
Gotcha. We got gift certificates for both. All right, do not go anywhere. As soon as we come back from the commercial break, get those phones ready because somebody's going to be winning a dinner to Zola and somebody else is going to be winning a dinner to Venti. And again, you're listening to The Donna Show.